newest man to enter politics, we have TVK.
Like once in a while, we have to wake up and realize we are in 2026.
From 1,000 to 2,000 per month.
Right. And
this is all women-centric.
The most important thing that you can ever give it to people is education.
Give a man a fish, teach a man to fish.
Yes.
There you go. Welcome to the state of Madras and its election season. We here at State of Madras have been urging you guys to get your voter IDs listed, ready, and to vote, right?
Yeah.
To help in that, Dhruva and I have thought about it. We spoke about this recently, right?
Yeah, and I think we even told them about it.
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
The manifesto.
Yes.
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 So we are here with all manifestos, right?
Yeah.
We cannot go from party to party because we will stay here long after election is over as well.
Yeah.
So we're taking the top four.
Yeah, the
right?
big four.
We have the big four. So we have the oldest party, and which is the DMK. Then we have the opposition, the AIADMK, and then we have Mr. Seaman with NTK in the middle, and the newest man to enter politics, we have TVK, right?
Yeah.
So these are the four major parties that we have, and we've got manifestos listed, and we want to talk to you about some of the most interesting things
From
that we run
our
across.
side. From our side. For sure, there'll be other people who have different things. Like
Absolutely.
I think we won't be covering too much of the their objectives with the farmer related things, because genuinely we don't have too much of a grasp on that.
Right.
So these are the highlights for us.
For us.
And we'll let you guys decide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Your
this
highlights.
helps you in casting your vote as well.
Yes.
Because know your parties, right?
Yep.
What do they stand for? What are they supporting? What are they trying to push? What do they want?
Yep.
So this is a little window into all of the parties.
Yep.
So I want to start off with the oldest party, Dhruva,
Yeah,
the
let's
ruling
start.
party, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is the DMK, and I want to start off with something new. Okay, I've never seen this sort of thing in them in recent times.
Right.
So they're talking about construction of 8 lakh new houses for the homeless.
Right.
There you go. For the homeless.
This seems like something, I think it's noble, and I think it's something that, we are like once in a while we have to wake up and realize we are in 2026.
Yes.
There are some things we should have already solved as a species. We should have already solved hunger and homelessness and things
Absolutely.
like that as a species. I'm glad this is on their agenda. I'm glad to hear that we're going to tackle this.
Why I wanted to bring this as the first point for me, why it attracted for me was, you're looking at a particular city-state in which we have only 2 seasons.
Right.
It's either we're scorched, you're done, you're burnt to a crisp, or we're all drowning. Right? It's either or.
Yeah.
We only the scale just moves from this to that.
Yeah.
But then, with solid roofs over our heads, and with all that happening, how much what we go through is ridiculous. What we go through,
and you can't imagine someone who doesn't have that roof over their head and what they go through. That would be unimaginable. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that is a great initiative.
Yeah.
Coming down the line, of course, they want to upgrade village roads and things like that. That is amazing.
Yes. Just to be clear to you guys, like we're not touching on there will be many things that are in the manifesto that we may or may not touch on. But the thing is, because it's not that they're not important to us. It's that either they're something that we don't have too much of knowledge about, or the other thing is that this has been promised before. This is, and the thing is, it's not that they have not delivered on it. It's just that it's a mammoth task and it's an ongoing process. So we know development of roads.
And this is a little bit for you guys to judge us as well. Yeah. Because we are bringing out points that we see fit here.
Yeah, fair.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
We want to talk about it as well. So coming down the line, 100% tap water supply.
Yes.
We've
basic
seen,
human need.
Yes. We've seen a lot of things. Many films have portrayed us. People running around, with their plastic to collect water vessels and things
with
like
hand
that.
pumps
With hand pumps and things. So I think tap water supply is a must. We should have done that years ago. But this is great to be for it to be seen here, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. I want that. And now moving on to women.
Yeah.
Right. So this was called. They've increased the scheme amount from 1,000 to 2,000 per month.
Right. And
this is all women-centric.
Right. And this scheme has already been existing.
With 1,000 rupees.
Oh,
now it has doubled.
Yep.
And there is, Dhruva, there is a one-time illatharasi. scheme. Illatharasi meaning homemaker,
Right.
housewife,
Yeah.
right? So it's for them. So
Right.
they have a one-time 8,000 rupees coupon, right?
Right.
Where you go give it to a particular outlet and they'll help you to buy or to replace your household equipments and appliances.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this gives. So here you should also talk about. We are mainly pointing out all of this for the underprivileged.
Yeah.
The people living under the line.
And
right?
rightfully so. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the ones should be taken care of the most.
The
here.
most, yeah.
Yeah. So coming down that particular line is they want in industrial areas 1,000 new childcare centers are going to be.
Right.
Yeah, because you have workers there
Right.
who are
Who
come
have
with, yes,
families,
who have
yes.
families and children.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think this is a fantastic initiative. I like this.
Yes.
So we got to take care of that, right? And of course, the Pink Patrol is back again
Right.
for women's safety.
Yeah.
So that I want to
For the-
mention as well.
Yeah. So basically, the Pink Patrol is like
It's a police presence. It's a police sort of safety, but then it's women
by
centered.
women. Yeah. By women for women.
For women.
That's great. Yeah.
There you go. Right? And now, coming to education, moving on to education,
Yeah.
they have expanded. This is again already existing, the Chief Minister's breakfast scheme.
Right.
I think I'm very proud of this, not for a particular party,
Right.
but for our state.
Yeah.
Because there are so many countries outside of India who've looked at this and said, this is amazing.
Right.
So this started off by the late great Mr. Kamarajan,
Right.
who was CM. He was just passing through, and he found all the schools empty.
Right.
So he wondered why. What is happening here? Why aren't they coming to schools? They were like, sir, they're hungry. They're working in the field so they can earn money to eat. So
Yeah.
he said, food is the issue. Then we will provide that food.
Yeah.
Education is a must.
Is a must.
Is
Yeah,
a must.
That's a very nice thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
A great
So
initiative.
this scheme goes up to class 8 students.
Right.
So
It's
it's
being
been
increased?
increased.
Right. That's great.
So we have about 15 lakh additional students
Right.
who have gained
Who will
from
benefit.
this.
Yeah.
Who will
That's
benefit
great.
from this.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
And then I think their target for 5 years is they are going to be provide 35 lakh students.
Right.
In a span of 5 years, provide each and every one of them with a working laptop.
Right.
Right?
I think that's great. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get them into modernization. They need it.
Yeah.
They
need to be aware.
definitely require
Yeah,
this.
They
Right?
need to be aware for sure. Yeah.
Now, again, a little bit of politics, right? Inside politics. Let's come in, right?
Yeah.
I like the wording the way they did it was opposition to 3-language formula.
Right. We spoke about this in another
We spoke
video.
about this in another video.
Yeah.
We talked about this. So this fight has been happening for over 60 years.
Right.
The 3-language. So again, they have stayed strong and said opposition to the 3-language formula. Again, what they're saying is protect Tamil language,
Yeah.
right? Culture, identity.
Right.
Promote multilingualism.
Right.
They want to promote multilingualism, oppose imposition.
Yes.
There you go. That is a
I perfectly stand with that.
hardcore
Yeah.
political stand.
Politically worded,
right
but
there.
I think very apt, and I think it's very. I think it's very aware of them. Like
Yes.
don't force it on people. Let people make a choice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we have the health insurance scheme, which
Right.
has been a CM compensation scheme that's been running for years.
Right.
That has been increased to 10 lakhs.
Right. The coverage.
The coverage
Yeah.
has increased to 10 lakhs now. A lot of this, Dhruva, I don't know how to put this, but then like where we are, where you and me are, people like us
Yeah.
don't feel the importance of this.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is for your daily laborers.
Yeah.
The people who make the change,
Yeah.
those are the ones. This is monumental when
Right.
it comes to that. And I hope all of the party, irrespective of their policies or whatever it is, these kind of schemes should be grown to all.
Yeah.
I think
It
hopefully
should
we
be-
find
it should be
commonality.
yeah.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
should be accessible to all of them. And from my side, actually, I hope as much as I hope that the accessibility also increases for everybody,
Right.
I also hope that the awareness and the implementation of this will also be as, as well focused. Like
Absolutely.
I want everyone who's able to be, who is actually covered under the insurance to know that they have a possibility that they could get this insurance
Yes.
and not defer like a sickness thinking, how am I going to pay for it? They have to know that this is available for them. And I hope that they do. And I hope that then they, make more visits and take care of themselves well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now they want another 5-year scheme.
Right.
In 5 years, they want to create 50 lakh new jobs.
Right.
Right? I really wish that happens. Man.
Right.
These kind of things will change the face of the state
Yes.
itself. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going down that line, I'd like to say that new cancer treatment facilities are going to be put up,
Yeah.
and there's going to be a massive expansion in dialysis service centers.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
It's
Because
quite
you're already going.
yeah.
Yes. You're already going through so much when you're in the dialysis stage,
Yeah.
right? So there's going to be a lot of expansions for this.
Yeah.
So these are the ones, a few ones that we picked up
Yeah.
from this is the oldest party, the ruling party.
Yeah.
These have been some of DMK's, key points.
Key points.
Now moving on.
Yes. Moving on to the newest party.
Woo.
Yeah.
TVK.
TVK. Something that is shaking up the political space. It
Yes.
has been shaking up the political space for quite a bit now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say I actually did go through the whole, a broad amount of the manifesto. I'm happy to say that, along with all the usual promises and pledges, there are some interesting ones. So I'll run through them pretty quickly.
Right.
I started off with for the healthcare sector, right? First, they go, again, healthcare mainly I think should be available for everybody across all economic outlooks and things like that. So it just says health insurance for every family up to 25 lakhs. I think that is something that's great. I found it strange that it's for every family, so I'm guessing they're tying it to the ration card.
Ration
the
card.
implementation
Yes. That's how it usually works.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, it may not cater for the size of the family. So, I'm guessing a hard stop at 25 might be, I don't know. We'll see how it works. But on the face of it, it seems like a noble, a noble initiative. So I'm up for that. We're moving to the education sector. They said interest-free, collateral-free education loan up to 20 lakhs from class 12 all the way up to the PhD level. So
that's great.
As we touched on before, I think the most important thing that you can ever a government can ever give its people is education. Yeah, there's nothing else. Like, even if you are struggling with building wells and giving water, the fact that you are empowering so many people through education, at least they will have a shot at doing it themselves, That's the first thing. So I think that's a great thing.
Give a man a fish, teach a man to fish.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah. And the other thing, and this touches, the only point where I'm touching the agricultural sector is where it says free higher education for all children of farmers.
Right.
I think that's amazing. On the face of it, at first I thought, oh wait, so the kids would then give up farming, right? Like if
you have to walk away from it,
you're
right?
gonna actually walk away.
To start,
but another way I think I could look at it is that maybe they will get into a more sustainable farming, more efficient farming, something like that. There could be innovation. Yes. I think it's a great
broader
thing.
The horizon for that.
Yeah, and give them more tools to work. I think that's a great thing. Moving on, job sector. They said transparent recruitment and transfers and promotions across the board. Now, I am guessing that they're talking about the public sector.
Yes.
I think for primarily because I think the private sector is more merit based. But I think,
and the government shouldn't have a say in the private sector.
The government shouldn't be having a say in the private sector. Though the next point they actually do. So we'll touch on that a little later.
Oh, that's interesting.
So when it says transparent recruitment and transfers and promotions.
Right.
So I am guessing they also want to bring that same, they're learning a little bit from the corporate thing where it's not about how long you worked in one post. It's more about maybe how well you do it.
Right.
I think, it's not that you want to put down someone who's been very loyal to the system or anything. It's just that you want to give the other guy, the young gun, the hungry guy, if he's doing it really well, you don't want to tell him to wait, get to the back of the line and wait. If he's doing something groundbreaking, give him a shot as well. I hope that's the approach, and we can only hope and see how they implement it. The next thing is it says 75% job allocation for locals in private and public sector. So they're saying 75% of jobs.
Fair enough. This much of intrusion towards the private sector, I think, is allowed.
I think,
because they are looking out for the locals.
For
They're
the
looking
locals,
out for their own people.
So as much as we say that the government shouldn't get too involved or should tread
Yes.
carefully. I
Yes.
think on some in some areas, just like how we allow our utilities to be public sector
Right.
based things, I think a little bit of governance diligence, it's allowable. But I would be, again, we have to be careful about how much power, how handing over the reins,
Right.
to the that kind of thing. We have to be careful about how much power we are giving away.
Fair enough.
So we'll look and see if they win, how they implement it.
Yeah.
The other thing,
I'm very interested in the implementation of a lot of
of
things.
that,
you spoke.
yes,
Particularly that.
how they're going to rein them in. The other thing, this is something that it spoke to me on like a soul level, and I'm sure a lot of people out there will also
Go
agree
on,
with it.
enlighten us.
Yeah. So this says, under the good governance umbrella, they said they want to implement a veterinary TN app where all the government services come under one app.
Okay.
Now, I would love that. Like, paying bills and handling things like that, you would have to hope that, the website works at that point and
Right.
things. So having it all,
Under one roof?
Yeah, under one roof, and having it standardized, building a proper framework. And, you just say it's just go to one. It's like a shopping mall.
Right.
Rather than hitting 70 shops in T Nagar.
Individually,
Yeah.
you go to one mall.
Yeah, you park your car, you go to your mall,
Fair enough.
park your car, and you got everything. You get done with everything. You most probably have a nice meal after you're done, and then just leave. Like, so I think it's, in an efficiency perspective,
Right.
I think it's a great thing. So also looks like, are they going to have a nice intuitive app? Is the app going to work all the time? Looks to be, we have to see.
Yeah,
We have to see
these are
whether
all
that's really
post-election
Yes,
worries.
yeah.
Yes.
But at least the thought is
Yes,
nice. I'm
great.
happy they're talking about it. I'm happy it's at least on the cards. It says all certifications within 21 days of application. So now I'm guessing
That is pretty
is
amazing.
wild. Like, because I think one of the main pain points that every one of us have is that, it's the government. It's going to take
Slow.
time. Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think speeding that up is something nice always. And I hope that works. And I hope at least all the parties that are standing will generally work towards that. And the last thing in the good governance, it says public workers, police, especially the police and other public, I think the public work department, people who work
Right.
in the corporation and
Right.
things like that, they want to increase their welfare and improve their salaries. I think that's amazing. I always, like every time you go in this 35, 40 degree heat, when you see that policeman standing there in the diesel, in the dust and inhaling the smoke, he is still standing and doing his job in that hot sun. You be like, dude, come on. Like
know.
that has to be rewarded. I think it's great, and I'm all for it. And lastly, this is something that I didn't see touched a lot,
Okay.
or I didn't see touched at all in most of the other manifestos, is the futurism. So they actually bring up AI. Like, I
Wow.
didn't see that mentioned anywhere
Right,
else.
right.
So it said there are allocations, they're making allocations for AI cities and AI universities, and also setting aside a certain fund for startups
Right.
that are AI based. I think that's great. I think AI is something that's going to change the species. So I think us getting on top of it early, and it's not like, you see that in the US where the private sector is pulling away with it and the government seems to be catching up.
Always.
It's always
Always.
that way. I'm happy to see that at least we're talking about it at this early stage from a government perspective as well.
Yes.
So that's nice. And they've also set aside a 3,000 crore climate budget, something that is we got, like, especially Chennai and Tamil Nadu and, the down south, we got to get on this heat. Like, it's unbelievable. So I think it's great. Like, overall,
There
these are
you
my
go.
highlights. I'm sure there are many more.
Yes.
But these are our, like.
But then
my
I want to talk about something controversial here.
Yeah.
Where for especially for TVK is there's been criticism on one point that Mr. Vijay spoke about is
Right.
I think a sovereign of gold
Right.
family, that when you equate that to the birth rate, when you equate that to our population, that alone might bring us down. So please reconsider that.
Yes.
Great. Giving
Yes.
gold, especially to women,
Yes.
children, amazing. But one idea shouldn't topple the rest
Right.
of us down.
Now, like you mentioned it,
Right.
and I know that we differ in opinion about it.
Yes, go on.
Yes, but I think, see, it's not like I'm against it or anything like that. It's just that I think even though in general, giving freebies to or anything, where you inculcate a habit where people expect things to work or people expect handouts. That's
Right.
my problem with universal basic income. That's my problem with freebies promised by the
Right.
government as
Right.
well. It's just that one, we don't know how well it's executed.
Right.
Sure, a few people will benefit from it, but there are a lot of places where it could go horribly wrong.
Right.
In terms of corruption and things like that. The other thing is, I feel like rather than anybody, like, I'll just give you an analogy. When you solve a puzzle or when you solve a maths equation or anything like a riddle, the thing is, the joy you feel is in the process of the solving.
Right.
When you finally reach that end where you've done it right.
The answer.
Yeah, the answer. Then you feel the reward is not just about getting that. If someone just snuck the answer to your ear, you don't feel that reward. But when you solve it yourself and you understand the whole process.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that is my problem with freebies. But again, I get it. Like, I'm sure I'm sitting at it and looking at it from just one angle.
No, that's your view. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I would say,
Yeah.
when people directly relate freebies to corruption or to I don't agree.
Yeah.
I think freebies, if done right,
Yeah.
are good.
Yes.
Because some
Yeah.
some parts of the population
Yeah.
do require that sort of help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is where I stand in this.
I think that great example was how they gave one is the laptops which we spoke about
Yes.
now. I think that's great.
Yes.
The other thing is that I think you told me a while ago about the TV. People getting TVs. And
Yes.
I think that is
Yes.
mind blowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have done it
So,
without the government.
and that too, we're not talking about one particular party giving away freebies.
Yeah.
Freebies as a whole concept.
Across the
Anybody
board,
can.
yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Right? It depends on who it reaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That
if
is
it
what
reaches,
makes a difference.
it has to be who it reaches, and they have to ensure that it does reach us. So I think, as long as it's executed well, it could help. Yeah.
Okay. So this is about it. So we've done with two parties. We've done
Yeah.
with the oldest. We're done with the newest.
Newest.
Now let's go to the two more remaining in
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
So now I want to talk about NTK,
Right.
Nam Tamilar, which
Right.
has Seaman, and this has been a child of controversy.
Right.
Okay. He's been the center of controversy for a long, long time.
Right.
Because of a lot of things he says.
Right.
Let me start you off with this. Okay?
Right. Right.
He says, right, there has to be 5 centers of governance.
Yeah.
5 centers.
Decentralization.
So, decentralization.
Yeah.
5 centers that will include Chennai, Trichy, Coimbatore, Madurai, and Kanyakumari.
Right.
So 5.
Yeah.
He wants to put tech for Chennai. He wants administration to go to Trichy. So that is changing the face of the state as we know it.
Yeah.
This is amazing. That's what I was going through this.
Visionary,
and,
yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then of course,
It's a grand vision, at least.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a grand vision.
Massive undertaking, but grand vision. Yeah.
Absolutely. 50% reservation for women in assembly and parliament.
Right.
Now, I got to give that up to him.
Yeah.
Irrespective of the win or not,
Yeah.
this man has stood for that. And even his candidates,
Equal
the 234,
representation.
117 women,
Yeah.
117 equal
That's
representation.
great. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Great. Again,
Yeah.
a nice vision. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, Dhruva, here you go. Declaring farming as the primary occupation.
Right.
Right? Primary occupation, offering fair prices for produce and construction of cold storage in every district.
This is to avoid spoilage. I'm guessing.
Yes.
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 I think
This is to bring down spoilage, and I like the essence he's going or importance he gives to farming.
It's
I think always farming.
Yeah.
Because let me say this, okay?
Yeah.
At the end of it, you be IT, you be who you are, what you are. What are you going to eat?
Yeah.
In the end of the day,
yeah.
it has to
We
be
are not.
food.
Yeah. You can't sit in your high rise and grow a tomato or a carrot or anything.
It is
like that.
not.
So no
happening.
matter what. Yeah.
And talking about this, his I mean the logo they've given him for the party is a farmer.
Yeah.
So it's a farmer with the it's the whole setup.
Yeah,
he's picked the right thing. And so he is the man that from I think for years now, okay, has talked about giving police their much needed break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what you pointed out as well,
Yeah.
you've seen them, we've seen what they do. Every department in the government has holidays except for the police department.
Right.
We know why. Because
Yeah.
it makes sense on
Yeah,
paper.
the
Come
law
on,
and
it's
order
chaos.
can't take a
Can
holiday.
you, it can't take a holiday. But let law and order be, his point is, let law and order not take a holiday.
Yeah.
But the people,
People,
participating in it,
yes.
they are humans.
Yes.
Let's
No
give
matter
them the
what.
rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of
Agreed.
course, free quality education from primary to PhD.
That's
This-
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah. I
he's-
think
he's
that's
promised that
echoed,
as well.
right? Yeah, that's an echo. I
Yes.
think that's great.
Now comes the biggest controversy.
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Strict prohibition of alcohol.
Yeah.
This is a statewide liquor ban.
Yeah.
And severe anti-drug measures. Okay.
Right.
Right. So drugs not to the hand of the children, all that great.
Yeah.
But to ban alcohol out of
Yeah,
things, there are
and it's been tried once.
It's been.
tried
It
once
has.
in the history. Yeah.
It has.
And-
Where people had to get a special card and go to Pondicherry to drink.
Yeah.
Yes, there were times like that.
Yeah,
We did
yeah.
come across. But then
Yeah.
we are too far in. There are two things I want to point out, right? So, I think it kind of messes with democracy a little bit when
Exactly.
you say
It's not allowed.
It's
I
not
think it brings us
allowed.
to that same thing what we mentioned about the 3-language system and DMK's
there you
take
go.
to
So he's saying,
give the option.
yes,
Yeah.
imposition. Do
Yeah.
not impose
Yeah.
is what we're saying.
I
That's
agree.
my own. That's my only
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And
I would also.
yes,
Yeah.
the second point there is the pure income alcohol brings into the state.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't like free, you've given a lot of things.
Yeah.
But then this is one
Someone's
of the
gotta fund it.
highest, exactly.
Yes,
Someone's going to
something's
fund
gotta
it.
fund
This
it,
is one of
yeah.
the highest, money making things out there, right?
Yeah.
Then, of course, you have strict enforcement of environmental laws,
Yeah.
protecting water bodies, enhancing green covers. All that is great.
Yes.
So I think we've
Touched on the highlights.
touched
yeah.
on the highlights for
Yeah,
NTK.
yeah. And he's got mighty visions. Like, but I see a theme. Like, I'm guessing these are all like tough to execute and implement. Yeah.
Yes, you see
He's
that,
got
do you?
Massive
There you go.
game-changing
It's
visions. Yeah.
comparatively it is tough,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now let's go to the remaining party,
Yeah.
the opposition, AIADMK.
AIADMK, yeah.
Go on. What
Yeah.
have you found?
So it was to be fair. They had a lot of things that everyone else is saying
Yes.
as well, and there's a lot of stuff that they have said it before as well.
Of course.
So I've passed through all their info, and I'm going with something that I have not seen before, or whatever they
Go
saying
on,
something
go on.
new.
Enlighten us.
They said they're giving again. We start with the education sector. They're giving a full waiver of education loans and just a flat waiver. That seems mind blowing.
okay.
So I don't know how that's going to be implemented. And the other thing they said is they want to increase the NEET quota for government school students from 7.5% to 10%. So I think that's. Quota is also a touchy topic,
yes.
but I still think it's giving
Even more touchy topic is NEET. When you said NEET, I was like, oh,
yeah, it was all
I
touchy.
pulled back a little. Yeah,
no,
go
but
on.
generally I'm right. It's I know I'm not right, but I think it's right that they are at least going. That last bit that said for government school students, like
Right.
that hit me. So I'm like, okay, they got you got to give that shot. The other thing is they also echo like the other parties. They said they want to strengthen and modernize the police forces. I think that's great. One thing I didn't see in anywhere else is they said they want efficient emergency services that are 24/7. This is something I really like. I would like to see our
Yes.
rapid response teams do,
Yes.
like really rapid
Yes.
and responding. So I think that's great. These guys actually implemented the DMK implemented some interesting schemes like the Amma canteen and things like that, right? So it says continuing the free rice scheme and adding pulses and oil cooking. I think that's and
to
adding
the
cooking
existing.
oil. Yeah.
Yes, fair
so
enough.
they are
Fair enough.
augmenting the existing things. Again, that counts as a freebie, but I think that's something that has proven to be
Right.
efficient and nice. So that's great. And this is something I am 100% sure that was written before Trump declared war on Iran. He said, I'm going to get 3 free LPG cylinders per year for each ration card. I would like you to try, sir. This is not happening.
That is
Yeah.
3. Even before this, now I feel sorry for TVK because TVK has promised 6 cylinders.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but these
It is
promises were made before the Iranian crisis, whatever is
Yes.
going on right now.
It is not happening.
It is not happening.
People,
as
do
of now.
not let that be the deciding factor in your vote because that is not happening. Yeah.
because we've switched to wood fire and things like that. A lot of restaurants have already. They're not waiting for the shortage. They've already switched to.
Yeah.
So
Or
3 cylinders a year, 6 cylinders a year.
No.
Is a bit
That
of a
is one
reach.
thing we can tell you.
That is a bit of a
That's
reach.
not- yeah.
Is always saying.
Yeah.
So that's been the deep dive.
Yeah. At least
for
ours.
Our deep dive.
These are our highlights.
Yes.
We'd like to see your highlights. Like, what is something that,
Yes.
that's it. Oh my God, I like these guys.
Yeah, or if you think we've missed out certain things,
Yeah.
or say, how did you not mention this? Please leave those in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll get back and we'll do this, right? And we are pushing election content all through the season.
Yeah.
Is for one thing to happen,
Yeah.
for you to vote.
Yes.
Do not forget that.
Yeah.
Do vote. There's still time. Get your things in order and make sure there's one day. We're given one day for our voice every 5 years.
Yes.
Make that count.
Yeah.
Wherever you want it to, right?
Yeah.
Nota, your favorite party,
Yeah.
your
Whatever
friend's
it is.
favorite party, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Do not forget. You
Yeah.
do not miss that day. We
Yeah.
get one day for our voice. Do not miss that day. End us off, Dhruva. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I think we've covered all the fun stuff.
Yes.
I hope you guys all go out there and vote. And this has been Harshan and Dhruv from the state of Madras. We will surely be covering other big heavy hitter topics, so stay tuned.